Hello my dear students, let's study Lagrange's method of undetermined multipliers, which would be a very important questions in your final exam. I'm Srimati Ashwini, Assistant Professor of Mathematics at SSS GFGC Moodle. So there are two different conditions. Let's see both the derivations. The first one is the method of undetermined multipliers to find the stationary value of a function u is equal to f of x comma y comma z subject to the condition phi of x comma y comma z is equal to 0. So here we have only one particular condition. In the next derivation we would be having two different conditions. So let's start the proof. We will consider u of f of x comma y comma z to be equation 1, which is a function of xyz which has to be examined for either a maximum value or a minimum value. Now let the variables x comma y comma z be connected by the relation which is already given, which is phi of x comma y comma z is equal to 0. Let me call this as equation 2. The necessary condition for f of x comma y to have maximum or minimum value is, now since this has three variables, it should be dou f by dou x is equal to 0, dou f by dou y is equal to 0, and dou f by dou z is equal to 0. Now let me differentiate equation 1 using a total derivative. So I get du is equal to dou f by dou x into dx plus dou f by dou y into dy plus dou f by dou z into dz. Let me call this as equation 3. Now let's differentiate equation 2 on the same way. I would be getting dou phi by dou x into dx plus dou phi by dou y into dy plus dou phi by dou z into dz, that is equal to 0. Now in the above equation, what I would be doing is, I will be multiplying by a parameter lambda to each term, which gives me lambda into dou phi by dou x dx plus lambda into dou phi by dou y into dy plus lambda into dou phi by dou z into dz, and I would be calling this as equation 4. So next what we will do is, we will be adding equation 3 and equation 4. When I go back, in equation 3 and equation 4, I have dx, dy and dz common. So I would be taking dx, dy, dz common and regroup the terms. So it gives me dou f by dou x plus lambda into dou f by dou x into dx plus your dy is common, so it would be dy into dou f by dou y plus lambda into dou phi by dou y plus dz into dou f by dou z plus lambda into dou phi by dou z is equal to 0. This equation will hold good if individually they becomes 0. That is, dou f by dou x plus lambda times dou f phi by dou x is equal to 0. This is 5. Dou f by dou y plus lambda times dou phi by dou y is equal to 0 is equation 6, and dou f by dou z plus lambda into dou phi by dou z is equal to 0 is equation 7. Now what we do is, we will be using this equation 5, 6 and 7 along with equation 1 and 2. We can find the value of lambda. Once we find the lambda, we will be substituting the value of lambda in equation 5, 6 and 7, wherein we would be getting the value of x, y and z. This was just the derivation. It would give us a clear picture of solving the problems in the next session. Now let's come to the second derivative. The method of undetermined multipliers to find stationary value of a function u is equal to f of x comma y comma z subject to the condition. So here we have two conditions, which are f1 of x comma y comma z is equal to 0 and f2 of x comma y comma z is equal to 0. We would follow the same procedure as the previous one, but there we had one equation, we used one parameter. Here we have two equations, so we would be using two parameters. So let's take the given equation as equation 1 to be a function of x, y, z, which has to be examined for maximum or minimum value. Now let the variables x comma y comma z be connected by the relation. There are two relations. Let's write down the two relations and call them as equation 2 and 3. And we all know for stationary value of u, du should be equal to 0. So we would be getting du is equal to dou f by dou x into dx plus dou f by dou y into dy plus dou f by dou z into dz. This is equal to 0. Now let me differentiate equation 2 and 3 on the same basis. I get dou f1 by dou x dx plus dou f1 by dou y into dy plus dou f1 by dou z into dz is equal to 0, which becomes equation 5, and dou f2 by dou x dx plus dou f2 by dou y into dy plus dou f2 by dou z into dz becomes 6. What we do is, we would be multiplying equation 5 by lambda, equation 6 by mu, and add it along with equation 4. When I do that, the first three terms is equation 4 plus lambda times your equation 5 plus mu times your equation 6 is equal to 0. Now when you look into this, you know there are 3 dx terms, 3 dy terms and 3 dz terms. So we can take dx, dy and dz common. It gives me, when I take dx common, I get dou f by dou x plus lambda into dou f1 by dou x plus mu into dou f2 by dou x plus dy into dou f by dou y plus lambda into dou f1 by dou y plus mu into dou f2 by dou y plus dz into dou f by dou z plus lambda into dou f1 by dou z plus mu into dou f2 by dou z is equal to 0. Now the above equation holds good if individually they become 0. So equation 1 will have with respect to x, 8 with y and 9 with dz. So equation 7 is dou f by dou x plus lambda into dou f1 by dou x plus mu into dou f2 by dou x is equal to 0. Equation 8 is dou f by dou y plus lambda into dou f1 by dou y plus mu into dou f2 by dou y is equal to 0, and dou f by dou z plus lambda into dou f1 by dou z plus mu into dou f2 by dou z is equal to 0 is equation 9. Now by using equation 7, 8 and 9 along with 1, 2 and 3, it is possible to find the values of lambda and mu. Once this lambda and mu values are found, equation 9 and we can find the value of x, y and z at which it is stationary.